Is your ice cream good? Okay, you're enjoying it?
Yeah.
Are you gonna eat something else too? Okay. Well, he was diagnosed fairly young, so hadn't fully formed his personality yet. He had started preschool during that time, so liked to play with his friends and loved to learn. He was just a happy, good kid.
Phoenix actually came into the world in a very turbulent kind of way. Tammy went into labor at the Shriner Circus. Her water broke there, and we immediately had to rush over to the hospital, and 2 hours later, Phoenix was born.
I remember Phoenix as a preschooler. She was kind of a little stinker all of the time, so the teachers would call me and tell me that she was giving them a hard time all the time, and I could do nothing but laugh because she was just the cutest little thing.
I'd say maybe 2 months after it all started, I was carrying him up some stairs and because he was so tired, and I tripped and he hit his head against a wall. So we got inside the house and he was acting a little tired, wasn't hungry, was falling asleep. So I called Troy and he said, I'll meet you at the hospital. So we went to Lurie. Doctors started coming in, commenting on how pale Jackson looked, and they drew labs immediately. And I'd say within an hour, they said it looks abnormal. We're pretty sure it's leukemia. We need pathology to confirm that. I remember just being in complete, utter shock that this was real. He needed several blood transfusions and platelets. His hemoglobin was very low, which at the time we didn't know he could have had cardiac arrest.
Phoenix had been feeling ill for a few days, and like Tammy had said, we took her to the doctor and they thought she might have a sinus infection and gave her antibiotics. And at about 7 in the morning, Tammy woke me up and said, we need to take Phoenix to urgent care. We packed her up and we went to the urgent care center, and they took one look at her and said, she needs to go to the ER. And so her blood was so thick that it was like molasses, and that's what was causing the hemorrhaging in the brain. That's when he said that he knew that it was leukemia. They came in and told us about the brain bleeds, and they said that they were going to have to induce a coma to put her on the helicopter because she had no platelets, which is what helps your blood clot. We were just crying and hugging each other and trying to figure out how in the world we were going to manage something that was this big.
She smiled every day. She did exactly what she was told to do every day. And she got me through it.
First 28 days were very rough. Adults on steroids are not pleasant, and children on steroids are even worse.
I think our focus kind of just became all about his treatment and well-being, and all the other little things that you think about, like, you know, let's go out to dinner, or let's go to the movies, let's go on vacation. All those things kind of go on pause.
There were times we had to pin him down at home and give him shots of chemo, and I think that was one of the hardest things we ever had to do, is to inject your own child with this poison. He'd kick and scream, and then after it was done, he'd be like, okay, let's go play.
The CAR T-cell therapy was another miracle in Phoenix's story. She's been feeling so good. She's gotten straight A's in 5th grade this year. She's doing really well with her violin. She's in Girl Scouts. So she's just living like an active life of a 12-year-old kid.
Without my parents, I couldn't do this without them. They've been with me every step of the way, bad through good, and it's just been amazing because they've been here with me.
I can't believe this is over. Is this real?
So we started planning more regular family vacations so we can do things as a family. So very, very optimistic and just focused on what lies ahead.
Thank you for all that you have done. It's truly made a difference.
I'm very proud of my parents. It's over, which is the good thing. That's what we want. Never it to come again.
The work that you're doing is so very important, and we just want to say thank you from us for contributing to the life-saving procedures that have allowed us to spend more years with our daughter and have a happy, normal life as a family.
Thank you for just being there for other people, and thank you very much for letting me be your girl of the year.